Okay, so what can I tell you after quite some time, absolutely full day on the track. Once again, a very smooth track. Non-technical track. You actually could focus on the bike easier than the track, which was very good for me and others. The bike, well, for one, it's fast. Power kicks in, it is powerful, it keeps pulling. Now, it's a very, very linear power delivery because of all the management built into the system. Does it feel fast? Yes. Back straight, I guess it's like a half mile back straight, speeds of 170 or slightly over. A top rider could certainly go faster. Brakes, gotta tell you, I love the brakes. One of the things that was not on my mind while riding the entire day was ABS. It wasn't kicking in, or it was kicking in so subtly that it wasn't interfering or getting into my mind thought, wasn't getting into my head. Just felt normal and wonderful. The brakes are very strong. The front will take you back at first because it hits so hard initially, which is exactly what you want. You just have to get used to it, which doesn't take that long. Back at the 170 miles straight, one finger braking, and I was braking harder than most people that were out there. So, love the brakes, absolute. The rear, never had an issue. It's like it wasn't there, which means it's doing its job, or the management system is kicking in such a way that you're not even noticing it. You're not worried about locking it up or anything. Working very, very nice. Handling at slow speeds is quite quick. It turns in very nicely to corners. It's thin through the midsection. There's nothing sticking out. Very easy to maneuver side to side on the bike. Very comfortable. The ergonomics for a BMW, hey, they felt perfect for a sport bike. Not a single thing stood out as, boy, this is a little wonky, or, even the bar bend. A lot of sport bikes will, tweak your wrists. This did not do that. It's full-on sport bike seating position, as it should be, but just everything was right on as far as ergonomics go. Can't tell you what it'll be like for the street, but for the track, perfect. I haven't been on a track for some time. I love to be on a track. I love horsepower. And this bike was an absolute blast. All the management systems allowed me to get comfortable with the track and the bike much more easily than if I had just gone out there on a normal leader class bike without all this management. So it was really, really nice to have that behind me. Now what BMW has here is a leader class performance sport bike that actually is very easy to get accustomed to. Ergonomics so far on the track anyways feel great. It's a bike that isn't going to spit you off as you learn to ride something with that much horsepower and performance. It manages in a way that doesn't make you feel like an idiot. It just works, and therefore I've got to say you're much safer on this bike because of how it manages things. It's going to prevent you from doing something stupid, and we all know it takes an instant to do one thing wrong on a bike of this caliber. So if you're honing your skills, there's so many things you can do that are just going to make you better. You're going to focus on lines and things like that instead of, your right hand. That's the key on a leader class bike. That's how you get in the most trouble. Now, if you're buying it for a street bike, a sport bike on the street, it just gets better because you've got, rain mode. You're out there on a bike with this much horsepower. You simply put it in rain mode. You're in the middle of nowhere, Highway 1 in California in the rain. You suddenly have a bike that's it's gonna monitor your traction control, your ABS. You're just gonna be so much better off on a bike with these features. I can't tell you how much that means to a street rider. And then you don't have to worry about things as much. You're not as tense. Makes you better. So after one full day on the track on the BMW S1000RR, I've got to say we love the bike, we love the performance, the braking, the engine acceleration, the handling, the comfort, the maneuverability around the bike, the size of it, nothing sticking out. Brakes, great. Slipper clutch, great. Nothing on this bike stood out as, hey, they didn't get this right or this is a little off. The only thing we experienced some of the time, we actually had it what felt like it was popping out of gear leading into corners now and then. I don't have a full handle on that. That's the one thing we experienced throughout the day. I'm telling you about it, but I can't claim exactly what it was and why it was happening. But it's the one red flag of the entire day. Would I love to have one of these bikes? You better believe it. I would love to have one of these bikes sitting in the garage, street use, track days, just an exciting, fun bike that you can get on a little bit easier than some of the others. You don't have to be as worried about the power delivery or you doing something stupid. A lot of guys ride weekends or they might ride one weekend out of the month. This bike is going to be great to get on and not have to hone your skills as quickly to be sharp based on what the bike can perform, because it will do a lot of the things for you to make you safer on the street and on the track. So our kudos go to BMW. It basically feels like a bike that was released and then went through one or two refinements through the years. I mean, it's that refined, out of the box, first year effort. So love the bike. Thanks for joining us on Motorcycle Video Review. Until next time, have a great ride.